off of similar seeds.
Diddy actually was a lower seed than Zexy. That's crazy.
Isn't that impressive? Wow. Awesome performance there. And here we are into the tongue twister match. Ling versus Quandale Dinglelingleton. Say that 5 times fast.
Okay, Ling's got this one. Immediately starting off the sticks.
The RNG is in his favor. It has been decided.
God's favorite gamer starting off here. Game 1 against D-Dog, a.k.a. Mr. Dinglelingleton.
That being said, it's Steve. He does not need luck. He does not need RNG. He just needs to find an up tilt, and that is already 70%.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about Peach's buttons being some of the best in the game, but I think Steve might have her beat so sadly.
Yeah, that's true. You know, Peach was like that proto top tier before the DLC came out. We had a couple players really contesting for that #1 spot with this character. And now the DLC is taking over, and she's still here. Ling and Mute is showing that this character can still hang with them, even if she isn't like an undisputed top 5 anymore.
Agreed. I mean, I think that she's slept on, to be honest. I think that this is depending on how many characters in top tier, this character could very well be one of them. The real problem, it feels like, is that in neutral, the character doesn't really compete nearly as much anymore. Her neutral was good, but now it's like it's okay compared to what a lot of the DLC characters are able to toss out.
Yeah, I mean, and the reason she was so good is because she was like the best at what she did, which is those long, sustained combos and really, really strong pressure. But then you have characters like Steve who can do that while also throwing minecarts at you, and can find, you know, punishes that are just as strong.
Yeah, she went from being like the best punish character in the game to like top 5.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
Nuts that the TLC did that much. All right, so getting back into this, though, on Triplat's interesting start here on Game 1, too. We've already seen Ling make very good use of these platforms, just dodging and weaving around these hitboxes that Steve is trying to toss out. But D-Dog, not one to toss out errant moves so frequently. Great shield pressure right there, using the neutral layer into the grab. And then the snipe with the turn-up. Beautiful stock from Ling.
Armada style coming out here. Finding Quandale off stage, and Quandale just with a random minecart there, going to take it. And you know what? You never know when to expect those, and they hit so hard.
I'm thinking that, like, Armada style. Isn't Ling CT?
Say what?
Isn't Ling CT Connecticut?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
So, yeah, so CT sniper, not the Swedish sniper.
Oh, I like it.
All right, so trying to go ahead and get center stage control right there is D-Dog, pushing it all the way into full stage control and then catching Ling stuck in the corner. I am stunned that Ling did not hit that pressure block. I thought that that was going to be a full stock taken off of that one interaction.
Absolutely, and you may say, Ling, why didn't you tech that? I actually think way better off not teching that. You tech that, you get F-smashed by Diamond Sword. And while, you know, doesn't need to find the F-smash, the cart has taken 2 of these stocks so far. What'll happen for the 3rd? Can Ling find an answer fast enough? It gets harder and harder the more resources Steve gets. Like, look at that iron. There's quite a bit on the table.
And then even more underappreciated is the fact that there's so much stone on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Because that could very well block Peach's up B in these spots. But right now, no recovery needed for Ling. Instead, Ling's got full stage control and a ton of pressure here. Stone,
oh!
What? That killed that early?
Dang.
That is incredible.
You know, we said that it might be good not to tech it. You got to tech that one.
Yeah. And that's also a spot where that was a harder tech because that was a stealing technically rather than a wall.
Yeah, those are, you know, kind of difficult timings. And the thing is, like, Steves are really, really good at hitting those because they have all the practice. You know, Steves will always have more practice doing that than you. So you really need to be on top of those moments, or they're just always going to go in Steve's favor. You got to find ways to even these things out, these odd, like, situations that only Steve can put you in. You know, you got to be ready for them.
Only
you can't go in
Steve
blind.
mains have the fortitude to laugh this nonsense.
Exactly.
Everybody else is like, I don't want to punish myself. No, thank you. Steve mains, they are inventing new and innovative ways to make you look like a fool.
Yeah, the way I see the game right now is there's some characters that have to learn 80 matchups, and there's some characters that have to make all 80 characters learn to fight them. And Steve is definitely one of those. I don't think Peach is. I think Peach has to learn to fight everybody.
Steve, definitely a character that has tools that kind of work in all situations. So I'm thinking like Cloud back air. Every single Cloud matchup is like, I'm going to use back air. It is a good tool. It is going to go ahead and give me a ton of mileage. Same thing with Steve. Steve has the ability to go ahead and use Minecart as a burst option in just about every matchup. Meanwhile, Peach is like, how do I get my openings? How do I actually have to recover in this matchup? How do I deal with something like his block nonsense? A lot of knowledge that Ling has to explore here.
I really love the way Quandale is using the crafting table as like a bait tool, right? Like he'll start mining, and then as soon as Ling starts to go in for the punish, he cancels it earlier than you would expect, and then puts out a hitbox. Really, really smart.
Yeah, that is a super like small interaction that can very well pay dividends. In addition, that box, excuse me, also it can extend hitboxes and slow down options. So if Peach comes swinging with like a forward air on box, then it could very well lead to a huge punish on D-Dog's side.
Speaking of huge punishes, that anvil killed very, very early. And now it is on Ling to find this stock before things get out of control.
You said before, right? Because it's starting to look like D-Dog is trying to go ahead and put his foot firmly on the gas pedal here. It doesn't look like he wants to let up in this spot.
I kind of, I see 60% as the line, right? If you can take the stock before 60 is taken, it's still anybody's game. You're not hard losing. Right now, 68, we're over that line, but just barely. And can Ling make it happen? They're still not going to connect. They're still not going to do it.
Really good DI, too, from my man D-Dog. Like, he just went so perfectly right to the corner. I really thought he was dead in that spot.
The chance for Steve coming out from the in-game audience. And wow, just the up smash at 90, just gonna kill.
Just do it. Like the man ran up smash. There was no trickeration right there. No sudden like wrinkle in the game plan. Just said, I think you're gonna jump on platform.
You know, I said Steve's were good at teching that, and then he missed the tech. But wow, I love that Z drop into the fair.
But now Diamond on deck and a full stock lead to go with it. This is a terrifying situation if there is one in this game. Already 35% just from the 2 hits. Toss him up, try to go ahead and land. Yeah, that actually was really weird now that I think about it, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he did that. I know that the combo throw is definitely down throw, and the positioning throws are forward and back throw.
I mean, Peach doesn't have the best options to land against Steve up air, so I can kind of see it. But really, I haven't seen Quandale use up air too much as a sharking tool in this matchup. Spike can't get the connection right there either. So now Anvil is out, and the resources are starting to dwindle all of a sudden.
Yeah, you know, it's looking less overwhelming right now for Ling. It looks like Ling is finding ways to create space for himself, you know, not getting overwhelmed as much. However, you still have to kill him. You still have to find the big hit to end the stock, or you're just going to bleed versus Steve.
Trying to get the anvil drop there, but not going to connect. And now Ling struggling for that one big hit. And the second that he jumps, he exposes himself to these disjoints here on Steve. The pickaxe is down, but we get the refresh with gold. No more diamond on deck, but at 118 gold certainly will do.
Yeah, there it is. Back air connecting, and D-Dog holding on to a whole extra stock there.
I think Ling had the right option there. It looked like he was trying to go for Trump at edge, but ever so slightly off in the timing, and because of that, they both popped up at the exact same time, and when that happens, the character with the bigger disjoint is going to go ahead and claim the stock easily.
Yeah, it's going to be all about the edge guards here. Can Ling find a way to close these stocks out at a reasonable percent? Because we know Quandale is going to. Quandale has been very, very consistent at finding kills below 100%, and then, you know, just using safe space back airs and things when he gets to those higher areas. But Ling has not found those early kills that he is kind of known for finding off stage, floating around with his Peach.
Not only has he not found the early kills, we haven't seen the long combo strings either.
True.
Like, when was the last time that we've seen Ling get a Z-drop string that dealt more than 60 damage?
No, you're completely right. I hadn't really noticed, but yeah, Ling known for, you know, taking an inch and pushing it to a mile, but it's really just been nickel and dimes, yeah.
All right, on to triplats here, so a little bit more spacing potential, able to go ahead and control center stage with these projectiles. Would not be surprised if we see Ling take a more passive approach here to allow D-Dog to just mine in the corner and try to apply safe shield pressure to chip this shield down.
The clock is ticking. Every moment you spend not hitting Steve, he's getting more and more resources. He's getting closer and closer to that diamond. You're going to have to deal with diamond for longer and longer. And it just creates such pressure. You know, it's not direct pressure, it's passive pressure like we were talking about. And you have to find a way to approach him, and that is just such a huge boon for any character.
It's just such a perverse incentive to approach the character, because if you don't, you just kind of lose a stock, because he gets diamond, and that kills so early and racks with so much damage that you may as well not be playing the game for 33% of the time.
And he's so hard to approach. There's just so many mix-ups and so many options and such huge disjoints. There's really just no easy answer. You just have to hard outplay your opponent.
It feels like Steve as a character. Oh no, don't sit or get up into that. Good God. I had to take a moment to go ahead and take a deep breath right there, but instead, Ling more than happy to go ahead and apply a ton of pressure and get some solid damage from that conversion.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Oh, the bomb is here. Can he find it? And he doesn't need it. The Z-drop nair going to happen instead. The bomb to be used for pressure, and we said the RNG gods on his side, but the fire from the up smash gonna ignite the bomb and end Ling's life. I think he was dead anyway, but you know what? If you can kill your opponent in a more funny way, you always should.
That's why I love watching Steve, my man. Like, a lot of players complain about this character. As a commentator, I live for this nonsense. Acme branded character in the game.
Oh, I love it. And what was looking like a solid lead for Ling has already evaporated. You know, finding a couple hits, but like we said, all is not as it seems. The percent is not the whole story when you're fighting Steve.
Look at the resources. We already have a diamond available. We have gold available as well. Solid amounts of iron and stone too. And speaking of these combo strings, we said that Ling didn't quite have the ability to get those 90% combos, but Quandale, he has shown no hesitation to fire those off.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just going to cover the landing there. By the way, I wanted to mention how absolutely hilarious looking it is when Peach down throws Steve. I want you to be looking out for that one because that is just a treat.
Will do. I'll have to keep my eye out for that one.
He just flops on the ground like a fish.
Yeah, the characters like animations in this game are actually pretty sick.
They're so silly.
All right, the walls are out, but this is one of the characters in the game that has the better tools to get rid of them. The side B and the back air are both so good at just chipping those away, but still, you have to be aware of what D-Dog can do. These burst options from the corner, from behind those walls as well. The full stock lead plus a little bit extra already on D-Dog's end. And
this
Jones.
Is very quickly getting out of control.
What do you think we need to see here, Jones? It feels like this is starting to really slip away from Ling.
I think it's all about the edge guards. Like we said, he just hasn't been able to find any. You know, you called Peanut slippery earlier, and Quandale is looking also incredibly slippery. You know, the hits that Ling finds just aren't enough.
Oh, gets the full trap at edge.
Not even a kill screen.
I don't think there's anything to be done in that situation. The perfect charge on that down smash, setting off the pressure plate and even covering roll as well, detonating the TNT to cover jump. I mean, that felt like a multiple choice question with no answers.
Yeah, shoutouts to D-Dog. That was an incredibly dominant winners finals there, and he's going to be moving on to Grands. That's third or better for the young Steve Main. And I think the only person who's given him like any trouble this tournament so far is Peanut. You know?
Yeah.
That was a great set. So we'll see if Peanut can make it. Look at that. There's really no options. The down smash covers roll. You hit the pressure plate, which covers jump and neutral get up and get up attack. It's just like, what do? You can't hang ledge either.
I think you just have to drop down. That's the only thing you can do in that spot is you drop down and then up B. But the problem is that the blocks are out behind you, so there wasn't like you're going to have